What is going on, ninjas? Logic here with a brand new Ninjala video, baby. And today we'll be going over the new ASAKUSA Wheel. It's the new yo-yo that was introduced in Season 5. It's one of the tougher weapons to use, especially when you compare it to weapons like the Ninja Yo-Yo, weapons like the Shinobi Spinner, and weapons like the Ippon Katana, Drill Blade, Combat. You get my point. This weapon is tough. So we're gonna go over just a guide on just breaking down the weapon kit, breaking down what you should be doing with this weapon, and how to go about it. So without wasting any more time, let's get directly into the video, baby. Okay, so to better understand the ASAKUSA Wheel, we have to get into the weapon kit and just see what this kit is all about, or see what this weapon is all about. So let's start off with Gum Shot. Gum Searcher. Depletes S energy to reveal location of nearby foes. Gum Ninjutsu Shinobi Beast. Transform into an attack like a fearsome beast. Special. Yo-Yo Leap. Warp to the position of a thrown yo-yo and attack. Abilities: Star Tail. Warp attacks replenish your Gum Shot cooldown time. Inside Loop. Big Weapon. KO a foe with a warp attack to recover life. Parameters adjusted being 270 HP, making you not the lowest in the game, but second to lowest. We also have 104 movement speed, making you one of the fastest classes in the game, besides the skateboard, obviously. Okay, so we're bringing a new segment to these tutorials and to these guides. It's gonna be called the Shinobi Card Recommendation. Just like where I recommend Shinobi cards, just an FYI, don't take my word as gospel. You can absolutely change your Shinobi cards on how you see fit. What I'm about to show you is just what has had the most success and favorable results in my sessions. Okay, so first is starting dash. I'm always going to recommend starting dash for teams and battle royales, mainly because you start off with an extra bar of S energy, which is always going to be beneficial, especially so with this weapon. As far as assist codes go, I usually grab movement speed plus. Being able to move faster at the start of battle and after respawning is always going to be a plus. Next up is Gum Boost Impact, or for short, GBI. Gum Boost Impact for the ASAKUSA Wheel is almost a necessity. Unlike other weapons, the ASAKUSA Wheel doesn't have any means to actually do gum damage, so you have to make up for the fact with GBI. The two assist codes I like to use on this Shinobi card for the ASAKUSA Wheel are Trigger Range Plus, mainly because you want that area effect to be huge. The wider your Gum Boost Impact, the more chance you have of hitting someone. I also recommend the Slow Opponent's Movement Assist Code. Essentially, if you hit your opponent with GBI, you slow them down as well. It works as a double whammy, so not only will you throw your opponents off their game, but you'll slow them down as well, making you a double threat. Okay, so the last Shinobi card I will recommend is Gum Guard Master. This Shinobi card makes it to where when you guard with your gum, it shrinks less, giving you more chances to guard. Be careful though, because you can still have your gum broken with a break attack. The two assist codes I would recommend on this weapon are S Energy Plus and Ninjutsu Gauge Plus. Both of these are going to be incredibly beneficial. The more damage your Gum Guard tanks, the faster you get your Ninjutsu and your S Energy back in a pinch. Both of these assist codes can really open up your options. Okay, so I wanted to make an honorable mention of a Shinobi card you should be using. That Shinobi card is called Giant Killer. So basically what Giant Killer does is if you defeat an opponent and they've already made their big weapon even once, you'll automatically score an Ippon without having to gum bind or without having to get like a gum ninjutsu. It just instantly Ippons. And this resets every time you respawn. So every time you respawn, you'll have another opportunity to use Giant Killer. This is really good on the ASAKUSA Wheel because you don't have many Ippon options. You don't get to gum bind people because Gum Searcher doesn't do gum damage. So you really only have your, like, after a parry struggle or your gum ninjutsu. So Giant Killer on the ASAKUSA Wheel is almost a necessity. Okay, so let's move on to the basics of the ASAKUSA Wheel, and let's start off with normal attacks. The normal attack string on the ASAKUSA Wheel is nothing out of the ordinary. What makes it stand out from other weapons is its range. Usually in fights, the ASAKUSA Wheel has the advantage when it comes to ranging or zoning out your opponent. You have to use this as your advantage in fights. Okay, so let's talk about the back attacks now. The back attacks on the ASAKUSA Wheel are tremendous as well. It's a long reaching move that extends more so than even the normal attack strings. The closer you are to your opponent, the more hits they will take from this back attack. So you should utilize it early into a combo before your opponent gets pushed too far away to maximize the amount of hits. Another way to kind of maximize the amount of hits too is to push your opponent into a corner and there won't be any pushback, so you'll be able to get crazy amounts of hits. It's really good. Okay, so another thing I should mention is that the ASAKUSA Wheel is very good at grabbing drones. All you gotta do is jump above the drone and use your back attack to get the maximum amount of hits on the drone. You should only have to do this twice on a regular drone. Be careful though, because this can leave you open, so just remember to watch your surroundings. Okay, so next up are our wide attacks on the ASAKUSA Wheel. We have 3 different types of wide attacks. Essentially, it depends on how many normal attack strings you do in order to get a specific wide attack. One more thing about these wide attacks, once you perform a wide attack, your ASAKUSA Wheel will be left in limbo. Basically, it will be stuck in the spot you ended your wide attack in. You can bring it back to you or use your special yo-yo leap. This tactic can be incredible for throwing your opponent off, as nobody really expects for you to retract your ASAKUSA Wheel for a sneaky attack and gain the advantage on your opponent. Okay, so break attacks. Our break attacks on the ASAKUSA Wheel, they're pretty straightforward, and it comes out pretty fast as well. Use this when you see players are gum guarding a little too often or even S-bursting too often. It's one of the fastest break attacks, so your opponent will usually never see it coming. And before we move on to the more advanced part of the tutorial, I would also like to mention there's a bug right now with the yo-yos. When you're fighting near a wall, sometimes the yo-yo can get stuck on the wall and mess up your combo. It's happened to me countless times, and I've seen it happen to other people while they were hitting me in 4K. So to prevent this from happening, just watch where your opponent is and adjust. What I like to do when I see myself near a wall, I know this nonsense is about to happen, so I'll throw my yo-yo and do a leap, because more times than not, the yo-yo will just kind of hit the opponent because it's like a area of effect attack, so you don't really have to worry about the yo-yo getting stuck. Sometimes you can throw your yo-yo and it will get stuck, but that's kind of like if you're on the side of the wall. So just be very careful when you have your opponent on the wall or you're by a wall, because your yo-yo will get stuck. That's just an FYI, and I thought you guys needed that heads up. This isn't just for the ASAKUSA Wheel, but all yo-yos, Ninja Yo-Yo and Spinner alike. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, the yo-yo gets armor when they pick down on the parry struggle. This can be advantageous in some situations, but don't pick down every time. You'll be predictable. Just know you have it, and it can be a lifesaver sometimes. Okay, so now that we're done with the basics, we're gonna start getting into the actual kit of the ASAKUSA Wheel and see what separates this yo-yo from all the rest. Okay, so first things first is the Gum Shot Gum Searcher. Depletes S energy to reveal location of nearby foes. Okay, so Gum Searcher without a doubt is the hardest gum shot to utilize properly compared to others, but we're going to do our best. Gum Searcher has really good tracking, probably top 3 in the game when it comes to tracking. What you want to do with this gum shot in any situation is try to throw it at your opponent to get a reaction. When you hit your opponent with this gum shot, it might cause them to S-burst. If they do that, take advantage and use your break attack to finish them off easily. In your fights, you really have to take advantage of Gum Searcher in the best of your ability. One of the perks of Gum Searcher is its ability to sap S energy away from your opponent. If you can directly hit your opponent with Gum Searcher, or even get them to come in the area of effect of Gum Searcher, you'll have yourself a ball game and capitalize hard on being aggressive on your opponent. Let's get a little more in depth on Gum Searcher S energy sap ability. When you are in the area of effect of Gum Searcher, every tick will take some of your S energy. While standing still, it actually doesn't take much from you. It's very minimal. But once you start moving and jumping and essentially trying to get around and make something happen, this is when you have to take Gum Searcher a little more serious. When you are in a moving state, every tick from Gum Searcher will drain more S energy. So the more you keep your opponent moving, the less S energy they have, and when you attack someone with no S energy, you pretty much can do whatever you want. They don't have very many options or choices. Up next is our special Yo-Yo Leap. Warp to the position of a thrown yo-yo and attack. I'm also going to take this time to mention our abilities with the ASAKUSA Wheel that go hand in hand with our special Yo-Yo Leap. Our two abilities are as follows. Star Tail. Warp attacks replenish your gum shot cooldown time. Inside Loop. Big Weapon. KO a foe with a warp attack to recover life. Yo-Yo Leap is a big deal when it comes to the ASAKUSA Wheel. If you're able to, you should always in some form or fashion try to work this special into a combo, or to finish off your opponent. Reducing the cooldown on your gum shot is always going to be beneficial. Just being able to consistently throw it out will make your opponent have to work if they want to deal with you. Not only will this reduce the cooldown of your gum shot, but it will also recover your life as well if you manage to get a KO with it. Sometimes you don't have all the time in the world in Ninjala to restore your health, like you don't have time to wait for the gauge to go up or just wait there, transform for your health to go up. So being able to use your yo-yo leap mid combo or even to ippon your opponent for life just keeps that flow moving uninterrupted. The yo-yo leap has always been a good special for all yo-yos in game. Not only can you use this offensively, but you can use this leap to be evasive as well. Sometimes people will put a lot of pressure on you and will follow you to finish an engagement. With yo-yo leap, you can throw your yo-yo somewhere and escape by teleporting back to that spot. This can throw off a lot of ninjas and save your life more times than not. It's a good skill and not one to take for granted. Okay, so we finally made it. Last up is our Gum Ninjutsu Shinobi Beast. Transform into and attack like a fearsome beast. Shinobi Beast is a destructive and crazy gum ninjutsu, and in the right hands can be a huge problem for anyone that dares take you on. Let's see just how long you have in the Shinobi Beast form. So in Shinobi Beast form, you have just about 18 seconds to make a miracle happen. When you are in this beast form, it will take you 2 hits to take down a ninja at full health. One of the things that can really help you in this form in collecting more ippons is jump canceling, and it's really easy to do, so don't be scared. Attack your opponents with the Shinobi Beast, and once your hit connects, or even if you don't connect, press the jump button right after and you'll be able to cancel your attack animation with a jump, making it faster for you to attack again and create opportunities. With the Shinobi Beast, you're never guaranteed a second hit, so you have to make your hits count. The only time you're guaranteed a second hit is when you hit an opponent on the wall. You can easily swipe them up for the second attack. Some other cool things about the Shinobi Beast is that when you use it, you get all your HP back. So if you're in a pinch, you have no idea what to do, sometimes going Shinobi Beast can discourage a player that was beaten up on you before, or could just be used to get your HP back immediately. As well as getting your HP back, you also get X-ray vision with the ability to see ninjas through the walls and through objects that you wouldn't be able to see regularly. This ability can be incredibly useful for sneaking up on ninjas and getting the jump on ninjas that might already be in the struggle. And my last tip I can tell you with the Shinobi Beast is be unpredictable and be unconventional. Sometimes you have to get creative, and what I mean by that is while you're a Shinobi Beast, transform into an object and take ninjas by surprise. They honestly might not even notice you or be so focused on their battle and think you're not worried about them. This could make some crazy moments and just another way to keep your opponents on their toes. All in all, I think the ASAKUSA Wheel is probably the hardest out of the 3 yo-yos available in Ninjala. Not having a way to put gum damage on the foe is going to be tough, and you're going to struggle more so than anyone else in the match. With the ASAKUSA Wheel, you have to master the way you use the yo-yo fundamentally. Essentially, you have to rely on neutral, footsies, and overall positioning with this weapon. But this doesn't make the ASAKUSA Wheel a bad weapon. It just makes it a more advanced weapon and offers a different playstyle. I still do think gum searchers should do gum damage, but that's just how I feel, dog. With everything mentioned in the video today, if you take all these things into account, I really do feel like you can be successful with the ASAKUSA Wheel. It's a very fun and rewarding weapon when things do go your way. And some things to remember when using this weapon that even I struggle with is that you don't have to win every skirmish, and it's okay to retreat. Please keep that in mind when using this weapon. With that being said, it wouldn't be a Logic video without a Ninjala fashion showcase, baby. Today's winner will be the famous, the great, and incredible Shade 980. Look at this ninja. Shade's ninja is called Zelda, and this princess doesn't play around when it comes to skateboarding. One of the reasons this submission really stood out to me was because of the short hair. I rarely see girl ninjas with short hair, so this just feels fresh and very new to me personally. Not only is Zelda unique in that regard, but look at all these sick poses with the skateboard, doing all kinds of tricks. This is a pro skater in the works. Incredible submission, Shade. You really did an awesome job showing off your ninja. By the way, if you don't already know who Shade980 is, he's the one that uploads all the Ninjala OST for us to hear on YouTube. Very awesome and very cool. Please go show them some love if you have the time to do so. I'll leave links to their channel down below. If you want to be on the Ninjala Fashion Showcase, baby, all you gotta do is send me a message on either Instagram and/or Twitter with your ninja submission, or you can send it in our dedicated Discord channel called the Ninjala Fashion Showcase, baby. Also, I just want to mention, it doesn't have to be a Ninjala character submission in-game. You can send artwork of your ninja as well. I would love to see it all. What did you guys think of this ASAKUSA Wheel Tutorial Guide 101? Would you like to see more of these on other weapons? And did you learn something new from this tutorial guide today? Please let me know in the comments below, as I want to improve every time I make a tutorial guide video. With that being said, ninjas, if you liked the video or the video had helped you in any sort of way, please do give it a thumbs up, as it really helps your boy out. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so, because this really is an awesome place and I'd love for you to join the ninja army. Well, ninjas, it's been a good video, but this has been Logic, and I'll see you in the next chapter.